I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin, and in this video we're going to have a look at a Metaverse gem called Metamall. Nothing in this video is financial advice, it is for entertainment purposes only. The website looks really nice. As you can see, they have a nice cinematic there that plays over and over again. Welcome to Metamall, the decentralized Metaverse mall. In this video, I'll give you a complete overview of the project and of course the IDO opportunity coming up. Everything you need to know in this video. Metamall will provide a first-of-its-kind virtual reality experience on the blockchain, allowing users to build, explore, and trade in their own virtual mall. Introducing Metamall. Metamall offers a one-of-a-kind virtual reality experience with a variety of themes, architecture, and interactive VR components. Metamallers will be the name given to our token holders. It will serve as a primary center for crypto enthusiasts of all levels. Users will have access to crypto knowledge and immersive entertainment in one location for the first time. Very interesting. So the website does look very cool with all the animations going on. Build wealth by selling, leasing, playing, or staking assets. Metamallers are engaging in a highly exhilarating retail and gaming experience, and every activity will be an opportunity to build wealth through earning tokens. Real estate sales on Metamall happen in phases post-IDO, so still the opportunity will come up in the near future, and multiple income streams will be open. Metamallers can build real wealth by selling, leasing, or staking assets, by winning in games, performing or hosting, and through various other activities. Create and win. Own, build, and deliver experiences. On Metamall, users will be able to create, store games, arenas, and experiences. Metamall will constantly evolve with users' imagination and creativity, which in turn will further enrich user experience and build engagement and wealth on the platform. That's the idea, at least. Shop, meet, play, and win. Metamallers can have their own high street lounges and game zones. Users can organize, host, and win competitions in Metamall. Okay, so it's a clear understanding. This is basically a project like Blocktopia, but then taking the VR virtual reality experience to the next level and giving a full decentralized option there. So in the fourth quarter on the roadmap, we have the private sales round, the strategic sales round, the mall token development, the seed funding, and the Metaverse concept. Then coming up in the next quarter, which is happening very soon, the DEX and private exchange listing, first NFT real estate sale, NFT marketplace launch, and the public sale. So this is literally the opportunity coming up, and that's why I'm covering it now, because we are super early, and that's the position where I like to be. Staking in the second quarter, second NFT real estate private VR experience, Metaverse VR gaming launch, open VR development, scaling of the engagement in the fourth quarter, and then it's like a broader roadmap there. The team, so we'll have a look at the pitch deck in a second, but they leverage these two individuals, Sergey and Sahan, as the main components. One serial entrepreneur in the VR tech space, and then the management consultant on the right hand side. Apart from these guys, because I already asked the team, is it just a two-player team? It's actually a full studio behind them with dozens of developers. So fortunately, they just display these two guys as the main mans, right? But there's like a full development team behind it. So that's obviously reassuring. So I did get an image of actually the studio. So that was really nice. Let's go over the pitch deck first before I go into the juicy drama, because there is a crypto drama fight going on between Metamall and Blocktopia already, which I do have to address. So we do not like to gossip and talk shit on other projects, but this is too good to skip out on. That's why I think, in my opinion, an investment in Metamall for me could be huge because of the hype and the fight they have with Blocktopia, which is something I will address later. First, the pitch deck. All right, we have the team again. Then you have the overview of what it's about, and basically the 3.0 Web 3.0 experience, right? Quite cool. So there are basically 4 key segments. Leasing. So buyers may purchase units and spaces in the VR mall in order to build their own NFT real estate. Ownership. Owners may make steady cash by leasing out their own property. inside the Metamall universe, create a passive income stream, keep ownership, and enjoy the appreciation of value over time, exactly like real estate. So that's quite cool. I do like that. And then you have owners of malls may also invest into the token for a guaranteed APY return, so the staking. The mentioned token will be used to expand the universe and increase the number of people interested in purchasing VR experiences. And then obviously advertising in general. We all know what that means. So there's a cool analysis here where you have commerce focused, retail experience, less commerce, less retail. So Decentraland is here, Sandbox, so I assume they put themselves, but the main competitor, obviously Blocktopia. As you can see, these are quite close together. Metamall is saying that they offer a better retail experience and more commerce focused. Very interesting, very interesting. Bold claims, but let's see what they can do. Go-to-market strategy, innovation, strong community, brand and user experience, social media focused, crypto influencers, partnerships. All right, so these are like fundamentals in any strategy, I would say. The token utility, one of the most important components after obviously the tokenomics, which we'll look at in a second. A price for visitors to enter specific places in the universe. Okay, that's cool. Pay for unique virtual reality experience, trading NFTs on the platform, paying for a rental property. Avatar attributes may be changed, so skins and stuff. All right, so there's literally half a dozen utility elements to the token, but all based on the regular components we often see. So yes, this is very nice. Am I too impressed with this? Not really, because we do often see this in games, especially the gaming Metaverse space as it currently is. So nothing too innovative there. Tokenomics, my favorite part. Okay, 6% supply and seed, that's good. 8% are strategic. Yeah, so the distribution between seed, strategic, private, and public is really nice. So they go more heavy on the seed and strategic, which I assume the vesting is longer, and they offer them a good discount, so that's good. Now we have private and public. All right, so I assume the seed has already been closed from the articles that I have here. But then strategic, private, and public might still be open. I know for sure private and public would be still open. And they're going to raise a total of $5 million for 17.3% of the total supply, which is quite heavy on the total, but that's because the seed and strategic. So if the vesting is really long there, I wouldn't mind. If the vesting is distributed like non-linear, so like monthly after like 2 months of TGE, that's like could be a potential problem. We're working with 10 billion tokens, which is a lot, but the problem is not really there because the token price starts extremely small, right? So they did a relative good correspondence there. Yeah, this looks fine to me. Nothing to worry about, but the vesting. All right, let's see. So the seed round gets 6% total allocation, 5% TGE, which is fine, and then 7.5 monthly. All right, so this is something I don't tend to usually like that much because they get released their tokens quite quickly, and they have quite a large raise, these two parties. These got 10% TGE, 7.5 monthly, and then private got 10% TGE, 10% monthly, public. So basically what will happen is we will not see a tremendous spike on the price. I assume, obviously there could be a lot of different indicators there, right? So this might not be like a 100x project on launch, but it doesn't have to be, right? This has like extreme long-term potential. And that's the nice part. If you're more in it for the long term, let's say 3 to 6 months, in my opinion, the TGE percentages and then the monthly vesting thereafter is not going to destabilize the price too rapidly, right? The market cap would be nice if that would be shown, but it's not shown and you have to calculate it yourself. And we're not going to do that right now. 10% to the team. So this is what I would like to see on seed and strategic as well. So an 18-month cliff, daily linear vesting for 3 years. Advisors, 8.5%, which is really high. But the team is taking a small cut. So usually teams will show you about 15-20%, and they're basically sacrificing for their advisors. 12-month cliff. Okay, so with the cliffs being that long, you can't really go, as an investor, you do not really have to worry about the team or the advisors dumping, because a cliff of 12 months, you know, they're in it for the long term. You can already say that. Strategic partners, 6-month cliff, daily vesting for 1 year. So these are all good. And I'm surprised they did not apply this with the seed and strategic. But hey, that is what it is. So I'm loving this project so far, to be fair. I'm just like little minus points there, but everything else looks super good. Ecosystem development 20, okay, fasted as needed. Liquidity unlocked as needed, makes also sense. 4% quite low, so that's good. Depends on the volatility, of course. Staking rewards 30% paid out from TGE, that makes sense. So we're seeing quite a basic setup on the actual total allocations, but it's like very much understandable. The 0.8% here, which is normally like 2.5%, 1.5 to 2.5%, will make sure that the token is not immediately dumped, especially at 25% TGE. So that will be like a very small raise anyway, only 400K, and then 25%, 100K will only be released on TGE here. Here we're talking another 100K, here we're talking 240K, and here we're talking about 300K. Is that correct? No. That's not correct. 60K. Wait, yeah, 60K. All right. So I don't know if I did that correct, but we're talking like TGE about 400K, it appears. Something like that, 300 to 500K. So it's definitely not micro cap on the launch, but I mean, these projects often go to like 20, 25 million on launch day, right? So that would still be a 20x. Just some quick calculations, right? Because that's excluding liquidity and whatever. Top of my head, but shows as a good opportunity. So the roadmap again, they have that detailed here. Basically, I assume the same as on the website. Metaverse, seed fund. Yeah, so the seed funding should have been completed. Strategic and private, the last point in the fourth quarter. So that's where we are right now. Public sale happening in the first. Okay. So I think there were already some announcements there made. All right, so pitch deck looks quite good. I'm really looking forward to reviewing the white paper though, because the white paper obviously better than a pitch deck. It's quite small, doesn't have the full idea of what about the NFTs, which I think would be huge. What about it's going to look like actually because the website looks really cool with like that pull in and shit, but is it like Blocktopia, or are they going to do this something different, or is it like a main competitor one-on-one? Questions, right? So I do have some articles here which basically all talk about the same point, so I'll just open one, which is from Set Crypto. Oh, I actually wanted the one from CoinMarketCap. Let me go back. So I think that was the last one. Or Cointelegraph, this is the one I wanted. So basically, I think this is a sponsored press release, but still it's quite a good read. Is this a playable video as well? Oh no, it's just like voice to text. So over 4.5 million was raised in the funding round, seed, angel, and Series A pre-initial DEX offering through token sales, and over 1 million has been raised so far through NFT real estate sales. Okay, so that means that the NFT real estate has already started. They have some key investors, but there are some changes to this list. I already know. All right, they're very excited giving this. Yeah. So when we look at, because I know there's some beef between Blocktopia and this new project, because Blocktopia feels a little threatened. We all know that Blocktopia has done extremely well from their launch. If we pull up their crypto rank, and I don't want to focus on Blocktopia specifically in this video, but I do think it's relevant. So if we look at Blocktopia, it has literally done 244x at all-time high, almost 700x, right? Ridiculous, huge opportunity. So the current market cap sitting at about $500 million, fully diluted at 12.3 billion. So this is like a huge project, ranking about 235 on the total index of all cryptocurrencies. So that's huge. Now, the thing is that Metamall would be a straight competitor, right? A direct competitor in their space, and they don't have any competitor. The project looks quite similar. And there was this post, which is from Metamall, posted 4 days ago. So we are right on time with the gossip. It says, let's save the metaverse from the monopoly of Blocktopia. That's already quite a harsh statement. In the past 48 hours, we have witnessed the bizarre truth about the hidden intentions of Blocktopia. It's already juicy, right? It's already juicy, which is completely against the ethos of the decentralized world. Till then, Blocktopia is one of the up-and-coming products of the metaverse, whose vision we admired. So I don't assume they admire it anymore. So I read this with a grain of salt, right? Because I haven't been with the beef, but they show some screenshots, which is very much evidence, I would say. But then again, drama. Do I care about it too much as an investor? I look at the positive side for my investment. I think all this drama will create hype on Metamall, and that hype can be used for reach, and that reach can be utilized when I sell my tokens and take my profit, right? That's my analogy, just to keep that in mind, bear that in mind. All right, we're focused on building on our project, and we came across a statement from Blocktopia about Metamall. This is the response to Blocktopia. So we don't have the actual statement, but it's regarding copyright. These claims are all baseless. Our vision and mission are described in the white paper and website are unique in the industry. During launch of the website and white paper, we have given a design agency a mandate with our inputs. Our community and team members informed us that they would have used some stock photos and content from website. I assume from the Blocktopia website. As soon as we found out, our team did a thorough revision within 24 hours and removed any. Okay, as someone who holds 12 patents, I understand copyright infringement very well. So, I mean, Metamall is to blame here because they shouldn't have done that. Let me make that very clear, right? But he accepts the blame, so all good. We have received countless messages from many investors of Blocktopia that they are not distributing tokens to their own investors as contracted. I assume Blocktopia. Many investors even went on calling Blocktopia a scam. It is unfortunate that Blocktopia is using us as a smokescreen to get out of its obligations toward investors, telling investors that if they like to talk to us, they will not distribute investor tokens. This is a little bit mud-throwing, childish behavior from both Metamall and Blocktopia. The way this is written as well, this is like he's telling you a story, it's not a statement, right? So little childish. We would expect more from both Metamall and Blocktopia in this space, I would say. I have 12, okay, so here he goes backing up his story. I have 12 global patents on 3D and VR imaginary. The entire team of Metamall is focused to build a world-class product. But on the other hand, the only thing Blocktopia is extremely good at right now is marketing and putting mental pressure on new founders in the Metaverse. Cry. They don't have any competition. Well, that's an assumption. I don't know what's that based on, but personal experience. Maybe he's a little emotional. Anyone with a little knowledge about VR will tell you that even render a metaverse that's half as good as the one Blocktopia is showing on his website, you will need a 150 gigabyte hard disk with, I don't know what the fuck that means, but this guy must know what he's talking about. It's so unfortunate to see that rather than focusing on building their product and thinking about their consumers, they are busy demanding innovative companies like us and threatening Metamall's team members and partners. Well, that would be quite sad indeed. Blocktopia has already forgotten his vision, what it started out. This is a whole book. He wrote a whole book, this guy. He's dedicated in bringing down Blocktopia. That's one thing, that's for sure. Blocktopia has already forgotten its vision that it started out with creating a metaverse. Now they're focusing on Blockpad, which is a launchpad. Okay, I didn't know about that. Is it fair? If Blocktopia wants to compete with Metamall, let's compete on the merits of an innovative product. Let's have a healthy competition. Don't burn your investors' money on pulling your competitor down with the help of marketing and using muscle power to suspend social media handles. Yeah, he doesn't go more into detail, but I think Blocktopia asked their followers, this is gossip that I heard through the grapevine, but this is that they asked their followers, Blocktopia, to report the Twitter of Metamall as like phishing or something. And then Twitter, obviously, when they received like 10,000 complaints, they deactivated their Twitter, which is kind of sad because it was their main channel. So if you go to the website, there's also no Twitter anymore. The white paper is also gone. And I would love to see the white paper, really. But now it's just Instagram and Telegram for the time being. And I assume they will bring that back later once Twitter account has been reactivated. All right, nobody has a patent on the metaverse. It is not owned by one person or one entity. We are here for the long haul. We expect many metaverse projects in the space, and there is no claim of anyone to an original idea, only the product and the execution. The concept has been around for years. Like Facebook, MySpace, Orkut, in the social media, or Apple, Samsung, Nokia, and mobile phones, companies launch at different times with different degrees of success. Okay, we have patents and the ability to scale. Companies like Blocktopia don't, and by doing negative PR, again, a little bit of mud throwing, they don't yet have a product and seem to be working on building Launchpad for a flimsy purpose. Metamall has a unique take on, okay. So this is the most interesting part. This appears to be, I think, a WhatsApp conversation with the Blocktopia team. You should really check your messages though. I don't know who you are, but yeah, charge your phone and check your messages. We will announce tomorrow that you are scammers. We only have 500k strong community. Then I will get all our calls to do the same. So this English is not that good. Hopefully they will support you. My understanding was you scammed them out of their tokens also. Sure, made them all millionaires. Every one of them. What's your Twitter? Where's your Twitter account gone? That's savage. If you got them blocked and you asked that, that's some Scarface kind of shit. Nebo not backed out yet either, so no bull perks, no DCI, and no CSP. No Twitter, not looking so good. Glad you will announce you've raised all your funds tomorrow. So the thing is, from what I've been told, right? So this is some mud throwing, this is some gossip, right? I would love to see the comments on this one. Okay, so they get some positive feedback on this. That's quite funny, right? And I'm not pro Metamall, I'm not pro Blocktopia. I'm just a neutral investor looking for opportunity, right? But I do think this brings some like flavor to the space when we look at Blocktopia taking a little dump today. When we're looking at like the potential of these projects. The hype, the drama, it just gets eyeballs on the product, and the more eyeballs, the more activity, the more reach, which means for me that the more potential just to take a 5-10x gain on this, maybe even 20-100x, who knows, maybe we go to the moon. So I'm not involved in the drama. I'm not going to express my opinion. I just think it's hilarious, right? That's one. I think both of these guys love throwing mud, and that's like some healthy tension there as well. I think they use it as marketing from both sides, which I think could also be very interesting. Now, one thing that I did hear was that some of the investors that were investing in Metamall, for example, Bull Perks, I'm just going to go to their website, actually was going to do the Metamall IDO. But then Blocktopia told them, and this is not confirmed, this is just something I heard, right? Blocktopia told them that if they did the IDO, they would not distribute the next vesting of Blocktopia to the holders. And obviously they have like a 250x return, so they want these tokens, which made Bull Perks no longer list the Metamall IDO, which is then pooling leverage to a different extent, right? That's a little bullying. That's a little bit monopoly, like corruption in that regard. I don't know how far that is true. It's just something I heard, something I've been told. And I do want to mention that because obviously I don't think that's the way business should go. Although on a bigger space, if you're worth $500 million, you might want to pull some dirty tricks to keep that position. I don't think the whole feeling of the decentralized community, what it stands for, especially the Metaverse, would appreciate that. So maybe that's why Blocktopia, even after the initial Bitcoin run, is not recovering because it's facing some big sell-offs, right? But who knows? I'm looking forward to Metamall. I think the drama is funny. I think the potential is there for a Blocktopia competitor. I don't need to have a 250x, a 10x on this project would be fine. I'm definitely going to follow them. I'll try to get myself into the private sale because I think the allocations are a little bit bigger than the IDO, but they have listed some information. So if you join their Telegram, and then you go through all the announcements, then there will be a lot of information on the actual launchpad you can participate in, what's going on currently with the projects. They have some giveaway action going on. So they are extremely active. The community is growing, and I therefore think it has real big potential. Something you definitely want to consider if you're looking into Metaverse jams. So I'll be keeping track of this project. I like it. I like the drama as well. I'm not gonna lie, but I just don't want to focus on it too much, although I did spend half the video talking about it. Metamall coming up with IDOs very soon. You have an NFT opportunity as well to buy space into this Metaverse. Big opportunities yet to come. We'll see how it all plays out. If you have any questions about Metamall, feel free to drop them in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll be covering a lot more projects on this channel every single day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.